Hi, welcome to a comparison video. So this is GP Replicas versus Minichamps of the Ferrari 412 T2 from 1995 with the V12 engine. Now the Minichamps model, which is the closest model at the bottom, this was from 1995 when it was built, whereas the vehicle behind is GP Replicas from Macau, which is more recent. Now, I have a soft spot for Minichamps. I've been collecting these on and off since the 90s, and I'm really impressed with what Minichamps are doing today with the newer models. For example, this brand new model which is being retooled. It's not like the old the old Minichamps model from 94. It's a totally new design from Minichamps with amazing quality on the brand new cars. So this is why I still have a soft spot for Minichamps, because I do think they still build the best cars. Now, I do love the detail on a GP Replicas model. For example, that carbon fibre effect. The suspension is more detailed. The paint is very striking and metallic, and it has a really nice glow to it. And then you have the carbon fibre here on the rear wing as well. And I do really like the cockpit detail, you know, like the seat belts and the felt material and the steering wheel. It is all very nice, but I'm still not sure. You know, I mean, I do think this is one of GP Replica's better models. They do have a bad rap for their proportions. Some of them are not always correct with their shapes, but I do think that this 95 412 T2 is good with its proportions. It doesn't look hugely different from the Minichamps model, so yeah, do you know what? I can't even decide now which is my favourite, because I have a soft spot for Minichamps, and it's a bit unfair to compare a car from 1995 and I mean GP Replicas. They're making this model right now. They're going to do a Jean Alesi Canadian Grand Prix version, I believe, that's out this year. This is the Gerhard Berger version. So I don't want to be harsh on Minichamps, because, you know, 30 years old right here. But I think that's huge credit to Minichamps, that a model from 30 years ago can look great. And in my opinion, I think Minichamps models, they started to really have great detail from 96 onwards. 97, 98, 99, they're really coming along well. And you know, this 98 Ferrari, which was their last Ferrari, I do think it's one of the best cars Minichamps made. So 95, like for example, the Jordan wasn't very good, a couple of the 95 models, but they did a very good job with this Ferrari Minichamps. So I think it's huge, you know, kudos to Minichamps that a model from then can look good now to modern variations from, you know, new model makers. But you know, you can't argue with this superb detail. It does look very nice, and I'm sure on the phone it does as well. So the plus points to rate the GP Replicas model, I would say I really like the carbon fibre effect on the suspension and the wings and the rear wing end plates. I do really like the rivets to unbolt the chassis. I do like their detail, and as I mentioned, I do really like the cockpits on GP Replicas models. Again, one of the negatives with GP Replicas is sometimes the proportions can be not very good. I mean, there's a 112 GP Replicas right here, which, I mean, I think it's good. So I can't say I prefer a specific model. I do, you know, I think it's a tie, honestly. I'm being a bit boring here, not picking a favourite, but I have a soft spot for the Minichamps. I think it's because it doesn't have a driver figure. I think if it had a driver figure, and Jean Alesi's my favourite driver, if it was the Jean Alesi version, so if they did, I don't think they have the rights, but say they did a Canadian Grand Prix version with Jean Alesi, and he's got his fist up, he's got his helmet, and it all looks accurate, then I think I would say GP Replicas wins. But at the moment, for me, it's a tie. Maybe I'm being silly. Maybe I have a soft spot for Minichamps that I need to get over. But, yeah. For this one, GP Replicas versus Minichamps, I'm going to call it a tie. Controversial, or maybe not. Maybe there's some people that would pick Minichamps. But I really don't think there's enough in it. And again, I think that's honestly a massive kudos to Minichamps. Obviously, this is a non-converted version. I have converted these in the past, and they do look really good converted. And that's another reason why I think I'm calling it a draw, because I know how good converted they are. So yeah, this was a comparison video, and GP Replicas does not win this one. It's a tie for me. Minichamps versus GP Replicas. Ferrari 412 T2 is a tie. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comments what model you would pick to win this battle. Thank you so much.